Oh, my brothers and sisters, I want you to understand that at this royal wedding, there is an instructional manual that we are to follow. And what is that instructional manual? I'm glad you asked. That instructional manual is the Bible. I want you to understand, my brothers and sisters, the ring that we have is that we are sealed by the Holy Ghost. We are sealed unto the day of redemption. And I want you to understand that this ring, this seal, this token of our fidelity and our love to one another, it's a token of love and faithfulness to the bridegroom, which is Jesus Christ. You got to understand that here on planet Earth, he is engaged to us. And I want you to understand, like Chris Jones said, this is not a gay thing. You got to understand, men, even you, masculine as you are still a part of the bride. There is a covenant that is made, and that covenant is more than just a contract. It's not a piece of paper. It's a covenant that he made with Israel back on Sinai, and then moved from the OT to the NT. He made another covenant with his blood in the upper room. And so I want you to understand that in this marriage, will you take this man, can I get a witness in here, to be your lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forth? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, keep him? You ain't got to worry about him being sick and in health. You ain't got to worry about that, rich or poor, in prosperity and adversity, forsaking all others and cleaving to him only. Can I hear your answer? Y'all come on and help me preach. I want you to understand that this particular royal wedding, my brothers and sisters, it's a countdown. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know what time, but the Bible says that he comes like a thief in the night. I think you ought to shake somebody with their pretty hats and dresses and tell them he's not going to tell us when. They talking about he's going to come in 2012. You don't know when he's going to come, because brothers and sisters, no man know the hour when he's going to come. I need to talk to somebody in here. Bride, you need to understand that the bridegroom can come at any time. And so you as the bride need to always be watching and alert and wait for the bridegroom to return. I need to talk to somebody in here, brothers and sisters. First of all, let me share with you the anticipation. Look at somebody and tell them anticipation. That means to look forward to. You see, Prince Williams and Kate, brothers and sisters, was looking forward, Sister Debbie and Sister Rogers, to spending their life together. And I don't know about you, brothers and sisters, I don't want a divorce from Jesus. Can I talk to somebody in here? Give somebody a high five and tell them, I don't want to go to the divorce court. I don't want a separation from Jesus. I don't know about you, I want to live my life with him. Can I get a witness forever? There is a wedding where one is going to live happily ever after. Look at somebody and tell them, I don't know about you, but I have great anticipation. My brothers and sisters, we need to understand that you should never lose your expectation and anticipation. Can I talk to somebody in here? Can I talk to some women who had to deal with some men? Can I get a witness in here? Look at a woman and tell another sister, before you try to seek to be married married to a man, you better get the man. Can I talk to a woman in here? Give a sister a high five. That you got to understand that you got to build, first of all, and establish your spiritual relationship first. Once you establish your spiritual relationship, then you can establish your physical. I see anticipation. Look at somebody and tell them, I don't know about you, but I've heard about it in Sunday school. I've heard about it in Bible class. I've heard about it in church. When is the bridegroom coming? Well, you sit there on the purple pew and chill. As a bride, you ain't ready yet. I heard about 5 people. You sitting there like you are. You just did something last night. You better be glad the bridegroom didn't catch you. Can I talk to somebody? Put your arm around somebody. Tell them, I know that's right. I don't know about you as a bride. You better be trying to get yourself together. Look at somebody. Tell them, I ain't got time to be pointing at you because I got some wrinkles in my life. I got some spots in my life. And he's coming back after a bride, after a church without a spot or wrinkle. That's what I like about the cleaners. When you take your clothes to the cleaners, not only will it get the wrinkles out, it will remove the spots. But you got to tell them when you take your clothes that I need you to get this spot out. They say, okay, well, we got some spot removing and we will remove it. Don't wait till he comes. You need to do it while you're here and say, Lord, when, not if, you find anything in me that's not like you, I want you to take it out. Can I talk to some real folk in here? I want you to take it out of me. Strengthen me. I want to be holy. I want to be right. I want to be saved. Give somebody a high five and tell them the bridegroom can remove your spots. Matter of fact, even while you're sitting on the purple pew, I can see it all in your eyes. You got some wrinkles in your life. You all wrinkled up with worry and wrinkled up with stress and wrinkled up with anxiety, wrinkled up with what people think about you. You wrinkled up with what people say. Look at somebody, tell them, I got some wrinkles. You got some spots in your life, some habits, some addictions, some practices that's still dogging your trail. You can sit there like you got a halo over your head if you want to. Now, can I get a witness in here? Look at somebody, tell them, I don't know about you, but as a representative of the bride, I need him to get the wrinkles and the spots out of my life because he's coming back after a church without a spot or wrinkle. Oh, I got to bounce. I got to get out of here. I got to take my wife out. You got to take yours. We got to go eat. I see, first of all, anticipation. But secondly, I see preparation. Look at somebody and say preparation. Look at him and say preparation. Listen, he said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there were no more seas. Can I talk to somebody in here? Look at somebody and tell them, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to that new earth. You got to understand now, the heavens, the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxy, this heaven above, not the third heaven that Paul was taken up in, but I'm talking about the heaven above our heads. Brothers and sisters, I don't know about you, but I am anticipating for a new heaven. Can I get a witness in? Look at somebody and tell them it's not going to be any darkness in that place. It's going to always be light. He said a new earth. Look at somebody and tell them I'm anticipating a new earth. But then I told you about preparation. Watch this now. It says in verse 1, no more seas. Seas represent nation. Look at somebody and say nation. C's, brothers and sisters, or C, represent separation. Look at somebody and tell them separation. Because Brother Curtin, a C, and Brother Ishmael and Brother Rogers, it separates cities. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. But I see that a day is coming where there be no separation. There be perfect harmony. Not only do it represent separation, it represents danger. Because how many know, metaphorically speaking, that this life is like a sea, and sometime as a bride, it's rocky, it's rough. Can I get a witness in here? Anybody ever felt like a ship on this old sea, and it began to rock you back and forth? It represents conflict and change. But there is a day coming where the black and white, red and yellow will come together. No more N word, no more. Can I get a witness in here? You got to understand that every tongue and nation, every color, class, and race is going to come together. There's not going to be any conflict anymore. Look at somebody and tell them no more C's. My brothers and sisters, I see anticipation. Number two, I see preparation. Listen to verse 2. And I, John, this is the I, John, who wrote St. John, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. I, John, saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven. Don't miss this. Prepared as a bride adorned, watch this now, for her husband. This is not a literal now wedding, but metaphorically, figuratively speaking, here comes, brothers and sisters. We're going to meet him in the air. Look at somebody, tell him we're going to meet him in the air. You got to understand, my brothers and sisters, that the bride represents the church. You can read it in chapter 22. But when you look at the holy city, it has been prepared in heaven and not on earth. Because when I look at the cities that we're living in, they are dirty. When I look at the cities here that we're living in, they're filled with drive-by shootings and crimes and violence. When I look at the cities here, I hear the scream of ambulances and police cars. When I hear in this city, I see, brothers and sisters, that there is disappointment and broken hearts. Can I get a witness in here? Give somebody a high five and tell them, in this city there is pollution and garbage and contamination, but there is another city, a holy city that has been constructed, that has been prepared by the divine architect, which is God. Can I talk to somebody in here? I don't care where you move. I don't care what neighborhood you move in. I don't care what city you move in trying to escape crime. Wherever you go, crime is going to follow. But I thank God there is another city bride that's coming. Give somebody a high five. Tell them we won't need a mayor in that city. We won't need the council members in that city. You got to understand that the school system is having problems in this city. But I thank God for the next city that Jesus is going to be the master teacher. Can I get a witness in here? Look at somebody, tell them it's preparation. In other words, it's readiness. William and Kate had to prepare for the wedding. See, you're not going to heaven anyhow and anyway. You got to understand that heaven is a prepared place for a prepared people. Look at somebody, tell them Jesus said, I'm going to my Father. And can I get a witness in here? He's going to prepare things. He's going to get things ready. Give somebody a high five. You're going to feel this before I leave. Put your arm around somebody else and tell them when he get things prepared, he's coming back to receive you unto himself. Go ahead, foreclosure. Take my house down here, but I got a mansion. Somebody ought to talk to me in here. I got a mansion in the sky, and I'm sending up my timber every day, grandmother said, and I'm building my mansion in the sky. You see, in that house, there will be no paint peeling. In that house, there will be no broken windows. In that house, there will be no bad plumbing. Can I talk to somebody? In that house, you won't have to put a roof on. Can I get a witness in here? Look at somebody, give them a high five, and tell them, I ain't going to be hating on you because I got a mansion too. Can I get a witness in here? Look at somebody and tell them, but you're not going to have it if you haven't made preparation. Give somebody a high five. Tell them, better prepare yourself because the day is coming. Oh, I see anticipation.